The following is a presentation of the Belly Up Sports Media Network.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time. It's Thursday. It's Korner Booth Pregame.
You ready? No debate, cause it's all. I'm too official, got the drip, I got the sauce. Bring the proof when it's time to tell the truth. I'll be at the corner booth, find me in the corner booth, yeah. Still standing and defiant. Slay the competition, cause I'm walking like a giant. Bring the proof when it's time to tell the truth. I'll be at the corner booth, find me in the corner booth, corner booth.
I see as well. Kate, I feel like I have not officially said this. I've tiptoed around it. Kate, will you marry me?
Do I have to answer now? Or
No, you have time. You can think about it. You can think about a way to say no without hurting my feelings if you want.
Oh
lovely. I'll send you a letter.
Just don't even.
Alright, cool. Thank you. I'll send you my address later so you can send it to my house.
Yeah, I'm never giving you my address. I don't want you getting that close.
Oh, I know.
Ladies and gentlemen, we only have maybe 2-3 episodes where that intro is going to be still there, due to certain reasons outside of my control and also due to my control. The end of that introduction will be retiring permanently by the end of season 10. So season 10, which ends in fuck, guys, we only have a month left of season 10 before this is all over. It's crazy to think about. We are made through 10 seasons of the Korner Booth, but we have an awesome show today. We went a little lighter in the crew because there's a lot to talk about. So obviously, of course, you have these two goons. Ladies and gentlemen, joining me now is 10 toes up, 10 beers down, aka Blackout Chrissy.
What's going on, guys?
That's Kelsey. No, wait, Matt Ardazzo's back. Ladies and gentlemen, Matt, a.k.a. Jake Smigglesworth, a.k.a. Swagoo. If you want to know why we call him this, you have to go back like 3 episodes. I'm not explaining it again.
I don't even remember.
It's his alter egos. It's his alter egos. That's basically
just think of 90s Mick Foley with like Dude Love, Mankind, Cactus Jack, and that's just me. Minus going through tables or getting flying off, on the cells.
I was going to say, Jared, 29 more seasons will be at the same season as The Simpsons, so we just got to keep this train rolling.
Motherfucker, at this point, I just want to catch, like, Seinfeld, okay?
Homie. That's my last impression tonight, guys.
Jesus Christ. Get this guy a fucking beer. All right, ladies and gentlemen, also joining us now, host of the High Low Sports Podcast, the newest member of Belly Up Leadership. Congratulations, by the way, my friend. And, of course, one of the dynamic duos of Belly Up Sports, the Bert and Ernie of Belly Up, even though they don't live together anymore, which is really sad. The jokes aren't there anymore. Also, Hunter Renfro, stunt double. Ladies and gentlemen, DJ Stewart.
Honestly, Matt, I kind of like this new elongated black bar that you have going for your name because it looks like you're constantly cursing on cable TV right now. It has, like you just have a very.
That was my thought too, but I was like,
I keep adjusting the screen so I'm like, there we go, so you can see my mouth move.
And last but obviously not least, a Houston sports fan who I promised in our football preview show that his Texans had a shot at making the playoffs. This man is a Houston sports nut, a host of the Insert Name FC pod, a veteran, and a badass motherfucker. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Hector Flores.
Thank you.
Oh, the bear's not being hung anymore.
Down beer right there.
He's not lynching his bear anymore. Fuck.
Yeah, it's now chilling at a basketball right there.
There we go. That's more efficient.
I thought he was buried. I mean, that guy's been hung for years now.
He's been sitting up there so long, it's starting to look like those pirate skeletons from Pirates of the Caribbean at this point.
He finally accepted that his name was Toby. So
what the fuck did Toby do to you?
God. So that bear went to Costa Rica.
Toby Flenderson, I can't believe it.
It's great to know that just dated me as I made a reference of Roots. So
I've only seen Roots on TV Land. That should make you feel old.
Shout out to 2024 already. We have some craziness going. Cat Williams letting everything out.
Bro,
we got a guy tackling a judge.
Related, but dude, he would put everyone on blast.
Some guy in Nevada decides to tackle a guy and tackle a judge in court.
Oh, that was wild. You know,
It was a good
they said he Roman Reigns speared her.
Or
Roger
or
Bell is
we
fine, he went on the
might have
limb.
we might have the quote of the year from Mike Vrabel, which I'll play later. It'll probably get flagged by the NFL, but whatever. And of course, we have my favorite story of the day, which we're going to talk about in about a minute or two.
Crazier than a guy tackling a judge.
It was just the most hilarious thing of all time. Eagles social media tried to promote. They had like 6 guys going to the Pro Bowl, and the faces of the guys who were alternates and starters for the Pro Bowl, who were announced with Sirianni announcing them in the team meeting, there was just a look of anger, murder, and drive and dog. Like, these guys look like they wanted to commit some serious war crimes on the Giants. The faces these guys had. And that was probably my favorite thing I saw this week, because I said to Chris, and I'm like, I swear to God, Arlie Ermey's ghost walked into the Eagles locker room and says, "Show me your war face."
I sent you my war face. It was just me with a Viking helmet.
Yeah,
All
with beer.
right,
Oh, that explains what that was.
not
I thought you were just
wearing-
drinking.
No, not again.
The fact you're not wearing that right now is making me sad. You've shown this hat off in the chat like 5 times, and you haven't worn it on the show, and it makes me sad.
You'll see it. You'll see it eventually.
Are we talking about the propeller hat?
Give me
No,
some-
that's a Hall of Fame hat as well. He also has his Ted Lasso hat, but I still think the best one is on Christmas Eve when he sent me and Matt a photo of him with a Viking helmet with 2 beer cans in the horns. I have the same helmet, by the way. I just haven't worn it since last Christmas Eve.
It's
You're
just
saying
guys.
you're saying him for not wearing it, yet you're not wearing it.
Hey, Chris, there are 2 occasions we will wear this hat for. 1, if by some fucking miracle the Washington Commies pull off the upset of the century, knocking off the the Dallas Cowgirls. And it's been a long day. My brain's still trying to comprehend sports. If the Eagles end up winning the division, we will wear them next Thursday.
Okay.
And here's the other one. If the Philadelphia Eagles make it to the NFC title game, we will wear them.
Okay.
And if they, God forbid, make it farther than that, we will wear them again.
And we'll go to the game.
No, I'm fucking broke.
bowling?
I have to move out, motherfuckers. Like, unless somebody wants to give me some tickets, we can do a watch along party at the house. I don't give a fuck. But
Let me talk to the belly up higher ups. Let me see what they can do for us.
yeah, Mike and Blaine. You want to pay for the 3 of us morons to go to the Super Bowl?
It'd be awesome.
I love how Chris is the one going to go talk to the belly up higher ups. When we have leadership, we literally have leadership here.
Yeah, we have 2 guys in leadership. One guy, I'm the third longest tenured member of Belly Up Sports, besides the 2 fucking founders themselves. And I know I'm not gonna ask that shit.
I'm the trusty seed. They can trust me.
And then if Philly doesn't win, you have to give your hats back to Smitty Werben Jagerman Jensen because he was number 1.
I'll just mail it to you.
I'll give it back to Gordon.
I got to box this and send it back to Marshall's. This is where it came from.
Oh, see, mine came from TJ Maxx. Perfect. All right.
Yeah.
We talked enough about this. 2024 has already been fucking wild. But can we start off with the fact, and it was the title of the show today. There are 20 teams still available to make the playoffs as of this morning. Let that sink in for a second. 20 teams have a shot of going to the playoffs after Sunday. And it's insane. Everyone from the Vikings to the Saints, Seahawks, Texans. I can't remember who the team behind the Texans is.
3 teams in the AFC South, except for the Titans.
Mm-hmm.
No one cares about the Titans. They're the redheaded stepchild of the AFC.
Yo, listen. Watch what you say about the redheaded stepchild, because that redheaded stepchild could be fucking shit up this weekend.
You know what? That's karma. Karma for wearing those Oilers jerseys.
Mike Vrabel did say he would. I mean, this was a couple years ago that he would cut his genitals off if they won a Super Bowl. So I mean, I wonder if that offer is still on the table.
Okay, there's a reason the Titans stink right now. You have the genitals for sale. You have the Houston Oilers jerseys that they have no business wearing, and a Mayo drinking quarterback. That team is full of sin. That is Satan.
That Mayo drinking quarterback is on a boyfriend revenge tour from his girlfriend being a cheating little sack of shit with Morgan Wallen's bitch ass.
Also, Tractor Cito is definitely on his last legs.
So I think we're all in agreement. The Titans are trash.
Yeah. Pretty much everybody's team in this chat except mine is in it on Sunday. Where we're getting at.
You're in the hunt.
Well, now it just feels bad, man. Like now I feel like we need to light a candle or something, or start waving our lighters. Like
I'm in the hunt for
you guys were
the
out
pick in the
Aaron
draft.
Rodgers got injured. The second he
got I tried to blind myself and make myself believe that we had a chance with Zach Wilson.
The biggest acquisition that the Jets could get right now is a better field.
Yeah. Thank God it's going to snow on fucking Sunday because that means the field will be fucking safer. And that's the horrifying thing. The giant recycling bin, aka MetLife Stadium, New York MetLife, whatever bullshit it is going to be safer with snow. Let that sink in for a second. So I'm actually feeling a lot better about us playing our starters now because we'll kick the living shit box out of the Giants for existing and being the redhead stepchild that they are. They're sitting some of their starters.
Who, the Giants?
I believe I've heard rumors they may sit like Saquon. They might let him get to 1,000 yards, and they're pulling him.
Their only good player on offense.
Yeah, right. But okay, so by the way, before we diverge, here's Mike Vrabel when asked about if he takes this whole thing with the Jaguars seriously.
Because it sucks to lose, Gentry.
Trey, you ever need to show you anything?
Did you have another thought, or no? I'm just curious.
So the guy basically asked him, like, what's the motivation for taking on the Colts on Sunday? Because losing fucking sucks. Yeah. This is why he's going to have a head coaching job in the NFL forever. He is the meathead's Bill Belichick, and it's perfect.
That's funny.
He's going to fit in wonderfully in Columbus when he takes over for Ryan Day in roughly 3 weeks.
Yeah, I doubt that's going to happen. But
maybe he takes the Patriots job.
That's Gerard Mayo. Oh. Everything I've heard, it's Gerard Mayo's job. Like Belichick's been grooming him. Kraft's approved of him. It's just a matter of if he can get the right coordinators around him because I think Billy O is shot. He's done too.
Yeah, they're basically they pop his dick off for a Super Bowl.
There you go.
Here's the thing: I don't think the Titans will be stupid. The only way he's leaving is if he chooses to leave. He won't get fired.
What if Brady comes back and then he becomes the head coach and then
my man Brady's out here looking like Johnny Drama, looking like he's losing all this weight, looking like an octogenarian, just relaxing and enjoying retirement. My man Brady ain't in playing shape anymore. So
Johnny's bananas.
Children's blood to keep himself alive.
Did you hear that he was planning to unretire last May or something like that, and then his teammates threw him a surprise retirement party, and he was like, "Well, I guess I kind of have to stick with it this time."
Yeah.
Now I'm the asshole.
Imagine they're like, "Oh, you unretired? Can I get my toaster oven back I bought you?"
He was prepared to risk a divorce.
Oh, come on! He's already on his third supermodel he's dated since he got rid of that cheating little whiner Giselle.
Oh, Tomas.
Listen, she cheated on him with her fucking jiu-jitsu instructor. She can fucking go blow it, all right? I don't fucking care. I'm not the biggest Tom Brady fan in the world. I like the guy personally. I'm not a fan of him playing because, I'm a fan of his success, but also he played for teams that just beat up my Eagles. But I get like the whole thing, man. Like he finally calls retirement. Oh, his wife left him and is cheating on him with her jiu-jitsu instructor. So
crazy.
Fuck Giselle.
Sounds like the jiu-jitsu instructor did. So I mean, like I think you already covered it.
There you go. All right. Any other thoughts on Mike Vrabel just being Mike Vrabel?
Nah, I hope Tennessee keeps him because that is a national treasure right there.
Yeah, and also it just makes it so much funnier he plays for the Titans. You know what the problem is? I think Sunday's Jared Henry's last game is a Titan, which is sad.
That's pretty sad. They need like a personal Tractor Cedo banner just hanging in the rafters. Like, thanks for that big game that one time against he's had a great career, but thank you for letting me down in fantasy.
I mean, listen, he's like, what, 6 months older than me? He's going to play for probably another year, 2-3 years. If like a LeGarrette Blount kind of back where he's just going to be a short yardage, like change of pace power guy. Like, he has no problem doing that. Steven Jackson fucking played until he was 4, and he was taking double the hits Henry was.
Yeah, I think for him, though, he just got to go somewhere he's going to win.
I was going to say, where does he go?
Buddy up with DeAndre Swift and
the New York Jets.
Yo, then Unless his name is Thomas Jones, his career is done. Okay, no running back goes to the Jets and actually succeeds on their second contract if his name's not Thomas Jones or Curtis Martin. That's it.
Yeah, that's fair because we only had LaDainian for 1 year. Sean Green, I don't even think made a second contract.
You ruined Chris Johnson.
We had him for 1 year. How did we ruin him?
Because he sucked so bad, you got rid of him.
He came in early.
Yeah.
Guys, Matt Forte was a Jet at one point. I forgot.
Yeah. At 31. At 31. Let's go down the list then. We're already here. Zach Stacy.
Like 37. There's no excuses.
We had 27-year-old Le'Veon Bell. Zach Stacy. We had 27-year-old Le'Veon Bell, and Adam Gase decided 37-year-old Frank Gore was a better option.
Because Frank Gore could run forever.
Well, Frank Gore just runs. Le'Veon just sits and is like, "Oh, are you gonna like open that, or should I go this way?" And then he's just sacked.
Mm-hmm. Can't find the hole.
No.
So yeah, there's a lot of last this weekend. So we also we kind of touched on a little bit. Bill Belichick is possibly his last game of his Patriots career on Sunday. Maddie, this game I put in the 6-pack because of this reason. We also have the Meme Bowl, which is going to be the Rams versus the 49ers. We'll touch on that later. It's the American Idol of quarterback doofuses, and I cannot wait for every fucking second of that game. But Belichick, where do you think he's going? If gun to your head today, where is Belichick going to be coaching, not coaching, standing next season? We'll go around the horn. Hector.
I don't know why. I honestly have no idea as to why, but I feel like the Washington Commanders could be enticing to him. And they're also just dumb enough to give him full control.
I would only disagree because he's got to play the Cowboys and the Eagles for the next 5 years, who are just loaded to the fucking teeth. That's my only knock on that. The Giants are literally going to chase their own tail into the ground for the next decade because the Maras are absolute fucking morons of owners. They're almost as bad as the Johnsons. Deej, your thoughts?
I want to say he stays in New England. I think they end up just taking away his GM or bringing in a GM to go with him, something like a player personnel, a scout, or something like that. So he doesn't have full Emperor Palpatine control over everything. I think they're going to mitigate some of his control over the roster.
Good.
Do it. Exactly. So I think they're going to give him a chance to get like a Drake May or something like that and give him a chance to basically focus on coaching is what I think.
Mr. Blackout.
I think he's going to retire. I think he's going to stay in Nantucket.
That's going to happen.
His vacation home. And I think he's going to be the guy sits on the recliner with a white beater, underwear, and a Budweiser, yelling at the TV.
Yeah, have you ever seen what Nantucket?
Husky.
It's a funny story. My buddies, one of my best friends in high school, his older brother almost ran over Belichick in Nantucket.
You ran him over?
Almost ran him over. Literally,
I'm like, that's a cool story because I remember Drake and Josh.
The other thing would be also he's like a big lacrosse guy. Maybe he just goes over to the PLL.
All right, Smigglesworth.
Oh man, if he retired, I'd be great because I could see him sitting on his couch watching the Patriots go like 0-4, and he'd be like, "Oh, what an idiot!" Just like in his little Bill Belichick like deep voice. But I think he stays in the league. I think he goes west, and I think he goes to the Chargers. I think he looks at that team and he sees he already has a franchise quarterback in Justin Herbert. He already has Austin Eckler. They don't have a bad offensive line. Defense, I think, has a lot of potential. I just don't think the coaching in that regime that they currently have is any good. What happened?
Or the medical staff.
Yeah, or the medical staff. So I think he comes in and cleans house and gets his own staff up and running again. But I think the Chargers right now, off the top of my head, give him his best chance of winning anytime soon.
That was my selection as well. I am a firm believer he will be coaching the Chargers next year. A team that has basically quit. So, good quarterback, loaded defensive personnel, a owner who is desperate to turn things around after the train wreck that has been the Los Angeles Chargers. So, there you go. That's my prediction there.
That'd be hilarious if he went back to, or not went back, but if he went to the Raiders and then his boss was essentially Tom Brady.
Oh, dude.
God, can you imagine him with Max Crosby? Just every day he'd have to look at him like, God, you're everything I hate, but at the same time, I can't say anything. You're the best player by far.
Yeah.
God, what if the Patriots hire Steve Belichick?
Then the dynasty is fully dead. The Roman Empire is gone, and that's it.
I would just love to see the hype from Patriots fans because they're like, "Oh, we got the next Bill Belichick for 20 years," and then they just get steamrolled by the fucking
literally the next Bill Belichick.
Honestly, you know, it'd be cool since it might be Bill's last game in New England. How about like you throw Steve in there as one of the players, and then see if he scores a touchdown? It'd be a good father-son memory. Like he,
even though, like I may or may not
all the
be
Steve Belichick.
I don't know.
may or may not be picking the Jets to spoil Bill's last game as a Patriot.
Yeah, that's what I would like to see happen. His last game as a Patriots, a loss to us.
To the Jets of all teams.
I'll take sacrificing 7 spots in the draft to win this game.
Steve Belichick is 5'9", 190 pounds. So, I mean, he can get in there. Maybe get a touchdown.
That's like a slot corner.
Their final memory together will be him peeling Steve off of the turf and taking him to the hospital.
All right, 2 final notes, and we're going to get into our debate top before we hit the 6-pack. The Jets cut Dalvin Cook early this week, and now, as of an hour ago, he is a member of the Baltimore Ravens.
I think that's pretty good for him.
Perfect spot.
Other breaking news, David Tepper, a.k.a. the new worst owner in the NFL and possibly in sports, was fined $300,000 for throwing a drink at opposing fans.
Did you see the salary breakdown of that fine with him? He's worth so much money. They said that fine equivalent to an average person is like $1 and something cents.
Yeah, I know. Well, listen, his punishment is his team is going to be terrible for the next 20 years because he may be the dumbest human being to own a football team.
By far.
Yeah.
By far. Everything about the Carolina Panthers is a meme. Like, Bryce Young will not be a Panther in 3 years. He will opt out of his contract. He will go to free agency.
If he's still alive after getting hit that
Yeah, exactly. They will not be – they're going to go through the head coaches. They're the new Washington Redskins. Daniel Snyder has evolved into David Tepper. Here we go. Instead of being socially critical,
what did that fan say to him?
What
did that fan say to him for him to go?
I feel like in the video they actually have it like you can see it. I think you can almost hear what he's saying to him, but you have to like have like a really keen ear, or you have to have like maybe a different. I would love to know if like his buddy caught that shit.
It's like the fan interactions is always like one of the best things whenever either an athlete or a coach.
Joey Bosa and the Eagles fans is still my favorite from last year.
Oh man, my favorite is Bill O'Brien getting a fan telling him that you suck, and his response is "You suck too." Didn't even deflect that maybe he didn't suck. He actually just said, "Hey, you're there with me." So,
oh my God.
I mean, maybe if you're an NFL owner and you have a really shitty team, maybe you shouldn't have a owner's box with no glass protection or anything, like so nobody can yell at you and you don't have to have the instinct to just throw your drink at somebody. Maybe you should have some sort of glass right there.
Just saying, it would cost less than $300,000 to put glass there.
Yeah, my favorite.
I would imagine it would.
You know, that's why I kind of like the NBA owners. You know, you got like Steve Ballmer just sitting in like on floor seats, just high fiving other fans. Like, dude's straight up just Clippers fan. The only time I'll actually give a compliment to the Clippers. But like, you don't get that in any other sport. In football, it's like, you're not going to get that. You're not going to see an owner just sitting next to like a regular Joe Schmo in the 500 section.
Can you imagine Jerry Jones just chilling on the sideline and then someone gets pushed out of bounds and just rolls up on him? Suddenly Jerry Jones is looking like that ref like Alvin Kamara did to that official. That's going to be Jerry Jones.
Oh, yeah.
I was going to say my favorite was Brittany Mahomes spraying champagne all over the Chiefs fans when they won the AFC Championship in the blistering cold. And I'm pretty sure they all got sick because of it.
I tried to defend Brittany Mahomes at one point until that documentary series came out, and I was just like, oh, gosh, she is the worst person I have ever met in my life.
Oh, yeah, no, she is an absolute horrible human being. The fact that Taylor Swift, who is basically part of the Illuminati, cut her off, that means she's just that irritable when, like, even Taylor can't even deal with her. She's just like, get away from me.
Yeah, she's like, I don't know
Also,
about you.
all-time clip was what's Patrick Mahomes' favorite food, and she said fried chicken.
Yeah. And she was confident.
She said it with some like not soul, like I mean very like saltine level soul, but like fried chicken.
Listen, I'm gonna be real. When if you're in an interracial marriage and you're gonna just go ahead and just say your significant other stereotypically likes this particular food as their favorite food, that's like a stereotypical food of that culture, then you should be pretty confident doing it. Because I'm not gonna do that to my wife, because I know that answer's wrong.
Well, she'd whoop your ass for it if you got it wrong too.
Oh yeah, I look at her and be like, "Oh, fried chicken." She'd be like, "What?" Like, sorry, it's actually wrong. It's actually pho.
Not before I whoop your ass.
Yeah.
Considering such a ketchup fiend, why would you pick that too? Like, he puts ketchup on everything. That'd be like the one thing you don't put ketchup on. Wouldn't you pick something more ketchup compatible?
I was gonna
Didn't you say the answer was Mexican food?
Yeah, the answer was Mexican food.
Okay, I stand corrected.
Which I feel
ridiculous.
Doesn't ketchup on a steak
The
or
one
something?
thing you can't put ketchup on.
Yeah.
Yo, facts.
I might try that tonight.
Ketchup and steak, or Mexican food and ketchup?
Maybe both.
Oh, get carne asada and put ketchup on it. Just 2 for 1.
I might do that and then upload it to
Cut
the
in
Twitter
strips and
account.
just dip it in like a French fry.
Just upload that to the Twitter account. See if I like it or not. If I throw up, it'll be good content.
You're gonna trigger so many vatos.
Yeah. You can't fucking do that. I'd be like, try me.
I feel like
they can speak Spanish.
Chris, I feel like you say Vatos. I keep thinking of the character from the guys from the league, the Los Vatos Locos.
Oh yeah, the Rafi.
No,
Is it not
Gibbiotti, that's who it was.
Who is it?
Gibbiotti.
Oh, the body. Can't stand him. The herdsman. Yeah.
Okay, so really funny story. My favorite part about that is that the herdsman thing. So we were on a camping trip, right? And so there's a lot of like wild animals and like domesticated animals walking through this campground, and there were a shit ton of goats. Goats are one of my favorite domesticated like farm animals. They're hilarious. They're always causing trouble, and they are just fucking funny as shit to hang out with. So my old man is out cooking lunch for like this whole group of people we went with. It's like 12 of us. My dad's out cooking lunch because it was his turn to cook, and the goats start trying to climb up on the table, and my dad is out there going yeah. And the first thing that came to my drunk ass mind, because that morning I think I woke up, went kayaking, smoked a joint, smoked a cigar, drank 5 beers and a glass of whiskey, and it was noon. And perks of being on a campground, right? And the first thing I said was the herdsman, and it stuck. Now that is his nickname among his friends, is the herdsman, and I am so proud of myself.
The freaking body, unreal. My favorite domestic cat. I don't know.
My favorite domestic farm animal.
Yeah, I was gonna say chickens. They're hilarious. You just chase them.
What are you rocking up all? Oh, by the way, breaking news. A shout out to our boy Josh Mahler, because he just landed a huge interview. Check out Rising to the Occasion on Thursday, January 11th. They will be having special guest Jonathan Isaac of the Orlando Magic is going to be stopping by Josh's podcast. So check it out. Shout out to our boy Josh, friend of the show, my co-host for Belly Up After Dark, which will also be on January 11th, by the way. So he'll be gloating about that the entire time. But shout out to my boy Josh, a.k.a. DJ's long-lost younger brother. And yeah. See, you realize we never actually got a DNA test. They may be related, but even their sense of humor is fucking similar.
Well, we don't want it to seem like there's collusion or anything like that. We got to draw the line somewhere. It's working. There's work and family. We keep a line in there somewhere.
Yeah. So shout out to Josh and Jeremy and the boys over at Rising 2 for landing a very awesome interview. I cannot wait to watch Jonathan Isaac. So that's cool. Even though he's a Florida State guy, so fuck Florida State. It's okay. I think they got fucked enough this week.
That's what happens when you play one starter.
Listen, you can't make that big of a stink and then not play.
Well, I agree with you there. I'm simply just saying you can't play one starter against Georgia and expect not to die.
Listen, that was the most, as a Miami fan, that was the perfect scenario. Like, the only thing that might have been better is if they played all their starters and got with Jordan Travis and got fucking railed. But this is the next best case because this shows how like insecure and like lack of institutional culture they have. It's a mercenary college. That's all it is. It is literally a transfer portal destination and boom. Look, the next quarterback, DJU, man, aka Ohio State Dominoes. Like, my man is
DJU, who we can't say his last name because we have no idea how to say it correctly.
I don't fucking know. I don't care. Honestly, now that he's the quarterback of my least who gives a fuck play? I don't know. It's whatever.
DJ Ugly.
Well, that's a smart emotion. Oof. The fact that Clemson thought Cade Klubnik was a better quarterback option was a bad idea. Just shows how Dabo was lost, but it's okay. Clemson is now a dead program.
Look, man, it's all because of NIL. Remember.
Oh yeah, blame the NIL, but your coach literally treats it like it's still 1985 with how he runs his program.
It's an insult to 1985.
Yeah, right. Yeah, like my favorite thing is how like Alabama fans love the downfall of Clemson more than Miami fans do. Like, the person who's dying the most inside from Alabama, from Clemson suffering, is the ACC itself because they prop them up so much. And when we beat Clemson this year, dude, I swear I lost my shit. I was fucking running around my house screaming. I'm like, ding dong, the bitch is dead. I'm screaming and shit. I'm throwing beer cans. I'm losing my fucking mind. I had like 4 buddies over. We were losing our fucking minds. Like, why are we screaming? I'm like, we haven't beat Clemson since I was in high school. So let that sink in.
Damn.
Alabama's still Hunter Renfrow of 2016.
It's all good. All right, moving on with last topic, and this is the one I want to touch on before we get to the 6-pack. Justin Fields and the Chicago Bears. I've heard they can get as much as a 1, possibly 2. I heard Uncle Shay say today that like trade him to Atlanta, get another 1, and then draft Caleb. Have 3 1s, draft Caleb. Am I the only person who looks at Caleb Williams and just sees red flags in the background? Everything is a giant red flag to me. Like, I love Penix. I love Drake May. Shit, Jake McCarthy's even growing on me. JJ McCarthy's even growing on me. Jake McCarthy, shout Diamondbacks legend. JJ McCarthy, sorry.
Nope, still flag. That's even worse.
Yeah.
What
I think you meant Ryan McCarthy.
Never back down.
Yeah. See, the only Jake McCarthy I know is the outfielder for the Diamondbacks who topped out at 22.8 miles an hour stealing a base once. Dude is just a skinny, fast redneck, and I love it.
We know a lot of McCarthys. Might have to do like a ranking system.
I mean, there's a clear number 1, right?
Yeah, it's Ryan McCarthy. Like, everyone knows it is Ryan McCarthy. Belly Up's chaplain extraordinaire. The father of the great cat Tagalong.
And it's cat. It's a package deal.
Yeah, it's a package deal. Just like you get me and Ghost, which is he's somewhere around here. You get Ryan and Tagalong. You get me and Ghost. Even a little psychopath tried to bite my arm off last night.
You probably had it coming.
I think with Caleb Williams,
for him being a hunting breed with like razor sharp teeth and claws, I fuck with him way too much.
One day he's just gonna be standing over you and you wake up and be like ding dong and then bite you around the nose.
He's done that actually, which is the most fucked. He did it when he was like 5 months old though. So he was like that big, not this big. My favorite thing is so really funny story, right? So this is the last one I'll go on before we get into the debate and the Caleb Williams thing, right? Is we just got off the Belly Up Sports Christmas party. It's 10:30 at night, and you know, there's a few things I hate about like right now living at home. I'm moving on a few months, and like, you know, I'm starting to get my shit together. I'm getting out of here. I'm already starting to put stuff in storage, and one of the things I can't stand is like it's 10:30 at night. I'm almost asleep. I have one more day until the New Year's Eve 3-day weekend. And I hear my mother shrieking like somebody's breaking into the house. My first reaction is to go to my gun safe and grab a weapon and start walking outside like towards my door. And I hear, Ghost caught a mouse has caught a mouse, and I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? You sound like somebody's breaking into the fucking house. Put Lorraine away, lock the safe, whatever. Walk downstairs. Here's my little jackass of a cat trotting around the house, growling like a freaking lawnmower with a mouse the size of my fist tucked in his mouth. That's still alive, by the way. He's just chewing on it while it's still living. Little fucking psychopath.
So what you're telling me is Ghost is a certified killer.
Oh no, he's crazy. Like, so he caught 2 mice.
Got that dog in him.
Yeah, Ghost is certified killer. I see you. So he's not Ghost. Yeah, whatever. You got the joke. Anyway, so he actually during the spring when he caught 2 baby mice, because we have a problem with field mice because we have a lot of bobcats, foxes in our woods, and broad-winged hawks. He'll rip the tails off these fucking things. It's a little disturbing. He rips the tails off the mice. It's a little. He does it with his toy mice for practice. Like I buy him a 4-pack every couple of months because a little shit will destroy them and tear the fucking like tails off of them.
Your cat might be Jeffrey Dahmer, man.
Yeah.
No.
He's in a real conundrum.
He's more like I kind of think like he's more like the villain from No Country for Old Men. That's kind of more his style.
This sounds like Criminal Minds.
I feel like one day you're just gonna walk in your house and then like your mom's gonna be petting the cat like an evil villain. Like, where have you been, Jared? Like,
no, like he the only person he lets like hold him like that is either me or like occasionally my dad. Like he'll let my mom hold him for like 5 minutes and he'll be like, "Yo, get the fuck off me." He'll like turn and try to like swipe at her. He's like the most temperamental little fucker. I don't get his. My favorite thing is my sister will try to discipline him like she disciplines her cat, who's very like a lot smaller and a lot more timid. Ghost will try to swing on her. Like she'll have
to figure out how you discipline a cat.
Well,
yeah.
I know how to discipline a dog.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Like I gotta throw up like Caesar Milan.
She got Ghost by the nape of his neck, right? Like, you know how you're supposed to pick up a cat when they're fucking off. My cat looks at her, tries to swing at her, claws fully extended at the face. I'm like, holy shit. This dude has no, like, you know what? He doesn't do this to me, thank God, but like, dude, no fear. Like, cause I'm dad. He loves me.
So basically what you're saying is Ghost learned all of his mannerisms from you 7 beers in watching the Eagles over the last couple of years. That's it. That's his entire personality.
I'm a lot more violent and loud watching the Hurricanes than I am the Eagles. The Eagles are
that cat's a loose cannon, goes by his own rules.
Fuck yeah. We all know Ghost is a loose cannon. All right, loose cannons. Justin Fields versus Caleb Williams. Okay, so I'll leave this off here. I do not think the Bears should draft Caleb Williams. I do not like Caleb Williams. I think there's way too many red flags. He needs to go to a stable organization who could reel in this little diva mentality bullshit he's got. I was kind of on the fence about it until I watched his USC teammates light up that top-ranked Louisville defense, who Miami almost beat, by the way, if it wasn't for our 2 corners running into each other.
Miller Time Moss.
God, dude, Miller Moss is great. And then I get to hear one of their starting receivers walking the sideline, "Yo, we a team now." I'm like, oh, shit. And I've always kind of wondered, like, if Caleb Williams is kind of just like that diva quarterback, and now I'm completely convinced he thinks he is like QB Jesus. He thinks he is God's gift to man earth. He is Mahomes 2.0, as in improved over Mahomes, which he's not, because Mahomes, as much as he annoys the fuck out of me, was a dog. That dude had a work ethic. He was a mid-round. He was a, like, a 3-star recruit going to Texas Tech. Like, he's not, like, he wasn't like a heavily recruited guy. Dude made his money throwing the rock around at Texas Tech, right? This Caleb Williams
still lose 45-54.
Hey, listen, he also lost to Jalen Hurts and the Sooners too. So I mean, wait, no, he lost to Baker in the he lost to Baker, not Jalen. Jalen beat Brock Purdy.
Wow.
But then lost to Joe Burrow in the same season, which is insane to think about. But you know, like Caleb Williams, everything about him just gives me bad heebie-jeebies. And Maddie, You know, this is what I do. I don't really miss on quarterbacks much. I've been pretty accurate. I said the best quarterback in last year's class was CJ Stroud, and it wasn't even fucking close. As much as DJ's co-host has this weird thing in his head where he thinks I said Will Levis. I said Will Levis was my 2. Never say he's my 1. CJ Stroud, who I refer to as and this is basically just because of how he looks. He's Black Aaron Rodgers. That's who this kid is. He is literally everything about him is MVP candidate level quarterback. He has that Rodgers level swagger, the accuracy, everything else.
What if he got the vaccine?
Or call out Jimmy Kimmel for being an Epstein boy.
Huh.
Did he make the list?
I don't know. I mean, his chef did.
Oh,
His best friend is a chef, who's Epstein's chef.
Oh.
When's this list coming out?
It's already out.
I don't know, dude. This is like waiting for GTA 6.
No, it came out. Me and my dad were talking about it when I got home. My dad's more right wing than I am. I'm libertarian. I hate the government. Period. I reiterate that 1,000%. Right. So here we go. So before we go off on a tangent, because it's almost 7:41, I want to get actually tired with these picks. Go around the horn here. Would you keep Fields and draft Marvin Harrison Jr., trade back to 3 with Commanders or whoever, or would you trade Fields, get another first-round pick, and take Caleb Williams? We'll go around the horn and start with DJ. DJ, what's your thoughts?
I don't think you'll get a 1 for Justin Fields, even though he deserves it. I don't think teams will do it because you won't get the rookie contract. So even if you could, you'd think about it. But I'd still say keep him, trade back to 3 with the commies, get a bunch of picks, draft Marvin Harrison. With your pick at 10, take Brock Bowers, and just have the most stupid supporting cast of offense around Justin Fields. And they've been good with later picks on the offensive line anyway. They're both starting tackles are 3rd or later. So I'd say just go with that, load up and be like, all right, if Justin can't do it, we'll Brock Purdy and put some random guy in there because you'll have so much talent around him.
So can we also talk about the fact that if he goes to the Commanders, unless Justin Fields has Caleb Williams has this like Oklahoma level, like he goes back to his dog mentality he had when he was in Oklahoma, taking over for Spencer Rattler, he could honestly like be bust of the year because the Commanders will not be institutionally a great place for him. They have to like hit out of the park with a head coach.
Eric Bieniemy, they should just promote him if they're smart. If
like, come on, I think it's a cursed franchise, no matter who owns it. That being said, I would take Justin Fields as well. I think he's made great strides. And I think with the Bears, you don't have to have the elite passer. Now, if Penix or May or even Williams had elite level college seasons where it's like, okay, the production value is there, the day one readiness is there, everything is right there for you, go for it. But the Bears are improving. The Bears are winning games. They might end up winning on Sunday and knocking the Packers out. Like, there is a very real chance this happens. That's because of Justin Fields in that offense. So you finally give him a weapon. Go get him one more. See if it works. And the rumor is apparently they're going to pass on taking Caleb Williams and select. There's a very real chance that either will trade back or will take Marvin Harrison Jr. with the first pick.
Can't go wrong.
I love that. I think it's great. I think Marvin Harrison Jr. is a 5-tool wide receiver. He's very much that type of, he hits every fucking check mark. It's physicality, route running, speed, hands, receiver IQ, jump ball ability. He kind of fits that like mold that you throw guys like, you throw guys like AJ Brown in where like everything you need them to do, they can do it.
And then on top of that's the Ohio State connection.
There you go.
And him and
So
DJ.
that's my thought. Hector, what do you think? What do you think? If they should roll with Fields or go to Williams?
Look, I love Caleb Williams. I think he's a really good competitor. I think the big issue with anything ran by Lincoln Riley is when they're dealt with a physical team, they will lose every single time. And this even goes back to his time at Oklahoma. When they have to go out dog another team, they never able to do it. This season alone was proof of that. They just could never. They didn't outdog Notre Dame. They didn't outdog Utah. They didn't outdog Oregon or Washington. Any team that they had to go up against, and it was a straight up dogfight. They were not up for that task. When it was anybody minimal, yes. Caleb Williams, I still say amongst all the quarterbacks, is the only one that I would say is number one caliber. I love Michael Penix more though, but he's not a number one pick. I don't think Chicago should pick Caleb Williams. I think what you have with Justin Fields, there's potential there. So I would ride out with Justin Fields. I would even trade that number one pick because there's going to be a team that is willing to give up a lot to get Caleb Williams. So I would actually say that they should definitely test out that number one pick. And if they can get themselves Marvin Harrison Jr. later on, I say definitely do that. But that's also going to be probably the next number. That would probably be number two pick right there is Marvin Harrison. But I think you're right with Justin Fields. As much as I love Caleb Williams, I think he's going to struggle in the NFL.
I think the fact that unlike Mahomes, where Mahomes was able to sit with a like one of the greatest offensive minds of all time, I don't think Bieniemy means that. I think Bieniemy studied under him, but Williams has a lot of wild tendencies, whereas Mahomes at least knew how to drop back and let it rip. And it wasn't improvisation out of the pocket.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of the Mahomes comparison at all because Mahomes stays in the pocket. Caleb Williams will get out of the pocket. He definitely jumps out a little bit earlier than most guys.
Mahomes and Hurts are those, and I even throw like Allen or I'd say maybe even what's his fucking name right now?
I mean, CJ Stroud has no fear in the pocket.
CJ Stroud. That was what I was thinking of. They'd rather stay in the pocket. They don't want to leave the pocket. Even like Hurts, who's known as a runner, doesn't want to leave the pocket. He'd rather sit back and sling it. So Caleb Williams almost needs to get outside the pocket to let it go. And that's what scares me as a quarterback. Chris, Matt, quickly, Stroud Stroud. Fields, or would you rather risk it with Williams?
I'm taking it with Fields. I'm not a big Caleb Williams fan. I think he's an extremely talented quarterback. I've seen a guy several times this year not be able to win the big game and then shut down when he doesn't win the big game. I also am just biased because you've seen my team draft how many USC quarterbacks and they've all failed. So I'm just not a fan of USC quarterbacks after that. I just want my team to stay far away from him and we'll be good. But for the Bears' sake, I see a team that went 3-14 last year, and all they essentially did was they took away David Montgomery and they added DJ Moore to that offense, and then added maybe one or two pieces to that offensive line, and they've gone from 3-14 team to being a 7-9 team on the verge of being able to win 8 games that they can knock off the Packers next week. So you're already looking at a 4-5 win improved team, and all you really did was added, I think, like a tackle and a receiver. So in my personal opinion, I like Fields, and I think if they just add some more pieces to that offensive line, they give him another receiver to go with DJ Moore, and they give him a running back because Khalil Herbert can't stay on the field, and Donta Foreman's not the answer for franchise purposes. I think Chicago could be competing for that division next year if they just give the Fields another receiver and a running back at the least, and I think you're already talking about at least 10 wins next year. He has shown improvement, and he's not running for his life as much as he was last year. So I think if you just give him another weapon or two, I think he's going to be perfectly fine. So I like Fields. I think he has a tremendous upside in Chicago. And I just think he just needs another couple weapons in order to actually have a productive season next year. Caleb Williams, I will definitely be probably a top 10 pick, if not possibly top 5 pick. I just think the Chicago Bears, personally, I think if they keep that number 1 pick, they should draft Marvin Harrison Jr. But I'm on board with them trading away that pick as well, just recouping as many picks as possible because they also have a second pick, I believe, in the top 10.
There you go. Blackout Chrissy, finish us strong.
I'm not going to dive too much into it. I'm sticking with Fields. I think Caleb Williams, I think his attitude sucks, to be honest with you. I know he wanted partial ownership in whichever NFL team drafted him. So I don't hate Fields, but I don't love Fields. But again, you can draft a playmaker like Marvin Williams. You'll have great playmakers next year in Chicago if you get him. So you have DJ Moore, Marvin Williams. You still have Khalil Herbert, who I think can have a better season than he had this year. Cole Kmet, but I mean, you still have your picks from that Carolina trade. So, and you'll be able to trade probably with the Commanders or the Patriots or just another team looking to take them. So. Yeah, I'm sticking with Justin Fields.
There you go. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the best part of the day. It is America's favorite segment, sponsored by the amazing people at candips.com. Promo code BELLY 20 for 20% off. Let's crack a six-pack. Oh, my God. I can't hit it right. There we go.
It's Coke.
Mine's Coors Banquet. All right. Started off with my man Hector, Texans. 1-point road favorites. I love it. Listen, DJ's Colts have been the bane of my betting existence this year. So why not one more time saying fuck it to Indy and going with the Texans? I have been a firm believer in CJ Stroud all year. I said on Rising to the Occasion last time I was on there, I actually might even play up after dark, but either way, I was on the show with Josh. He asked me directly, who's winning the AFC South? I said, give me the Texans to sneakily find their way into that title. I think D'Amico Ryans is building something special down there. I think Shane Steichen, it's going to be a Texans and Colts division for the next couple of years. I think the Jacksonville fraud Jaguars missed their shot this year. They should have ran away with this division. And Trevor Lawrence is mid-play. Injuries and the fact that they just can't cover anybody downfield besides my boy Rashawn Jenkins. Not great. Josh Allen, the defensive end's playing great though. But yeah, no. Give me the Texans here. Stroud and the boys. Nico Collins is back. They're finally starting to include Dameon Pierce and Singletary to both run the ball, which is kind of making a running back duo tandem. Also, shout to my boy Brev Jordan out of the U for being kind of this kind of sneaky weapon for Stroud lately. So, yeah, give me the Texans to win here. I think the Gardner Minshew extravaganza is going to somewhat skid a little bit because, this is the last game of it. We aren't getting a little Shane Falco send-off here. We're going to finish with the two boys who root for this team. So, Chrissy and Matt, you're up first. Matty, go.
I'm going to stick with your pick, and I'm going to take the Texans here. I like the Texans in this matchup. CJ Stroud back. He's fighting. Not only are both teams fighting for the playoffs, but CJ Stroud is also fighting to secure that Offensive Rookie of the Year award. I think a win here, taking his team to the playoffs, is just a way to secure that award for him. So short and sweet, I'm going to take the Texans on this one.
There you go. Chrissy.
Sticking with you guys, I'm going to take the Texans. I don't appreciate how you're shitting on my boy CJ Beathard and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Like I said, if you don't Venmo the intern $10,000, you're going to get bad luck for your picks for the rest of the year.
Did you send this to the group chat, or do you send this just to like the Korner Booth chat? Oh, by the way, we have to add Hector to this at this point. I think he needs to be involved in this shit show.
I sent it to the Korner Booth chat. I started it with all you cats and kittens, because I try to make it pretty creative.
Chris, are you still an intern?
No, he's not an intern anymore.
I was about to say, I'm like,
he's been promoted for like a month and a half. He still calls himself the intern.
No, I got to still talk to
talk to the leadership of Belly Up.
Yeah, listen, they'll hear me out. We'll get somehow, some way, no matter who plays.
Blackout Christie, intern.
Yeah. Oh, maybe I'll trade my Viking helmet for the Super Bowl. Nah, he won't take it. Never mind. I'm taking the Texans. Yeah, I'm rocking with the Stroud boys. I know you hate that nickname. I really got nothing behind it. I hope they win the division, honestly, because
it's a nickname. I love that nickname.
Where's the red flag, DJ?
Oh, you're telling me the Stroud boys are going to play with the playoff spot on the line on January 6th? How can I pick against the Texans at this point? Goodness, there's no way. So yeah, I'm going to take it too. I think
the Rex and Texans.
It's hard to pick the Colts in this one. I think they can win, but I'm not betting this game. I'll leave it at that. But I'll say the Texans win this one. I think the Minshew thing is going to come to an end. If Anthony Richardson's playing, this division's wrapped up. But with Gardner Minshew, I think Texans will steal it.
There you go.
I mean, of course, I'm not ever going to pick against the Texans, man. That's just
fuck yeah, dog.
Yeah, like,
until today.
until
today.
I mean, John Grenard's going to be out. Willie Anderson will also be out, I believe. Noah Brown will be out. That's also a pretty big target for CJ Stroud. Actually, another name that came out of nowhere, but I mean, CJ Stroud. It's crazy to think when Case Keenum came in, this team was it was night and day. But as soon as CJ Stroud came back, this team looked completely like the team that we've been seeing all year. So that just shows you how special CJ Stroud is. And I think it's a primetime game. Texans haven't seen a primetime game in I don't know how long now, but they're back on primetime. It's going to be special for that. CJ Stroud has just been nothing but just a breath of fresh air with the franchise. It's just always great to have like a Texans legend like DeMeco Ryans to come over, fix this culture. We have no more Jack Easterby, no more Bill O'Brien. Those days are over, and it's great for that. But it's going to be big, I think, for the front seven for sure. I think they're going to have to give out a really good performance. So you're going to have to see guys like Malik Collins come in and step up, Harris as well, because, defensively they still need to make up some good opportunities for CJ Stroud and that Texans offense. But, yeah, give me the Texans to win this game.
There you go. All right, moving on. We're going to the game of the week. No, I'm just kidding. Billy B's possibly last game in Boston. Patriots at the Jets at the Patriots. Line when I wrote this down last night was Patriots -2. I believe it still is. Give me the Jets to win. This is not an upset here. That being said, I love the fact that this is a shot. The Jets have one more shot to knock off the Patriots, and the Patriots have played like crap against everybody this last couple weeks, except for the division rivals. Give me Zach Wilson to have one more hurrah, or Simeon, whoever the fuck's playing quarterback. Jets get one last little fuck you win. They get to stick it to Bill, end the streak, and clean their hands of this shit just as they get into their year next year with Aaron Rodgers at quarterback. So,
taking the Jets.
Oh, I'm obviously taking the Jets. I want nothing more in this world besides $1 million. But I want nothing more in this world right now than for the Jets to just finally snap this losing streak of like 15 consecutive. But also, if this is the last game of Bill Belichick's career as a Patriot, I think it's fitting that 24 years ago he resigned as Jets head coach after one day of being Jets head coach. So 24 years later, your last job as a head coach should come to a loss to the Jets. So give me the Jets in this one. Trevor Siemian versus Bailey Zappi. If that's not must-watch 1 p.m. TV, I don't know what is.
There you go. Non-intern Chrissy.
Damn, dude, I want to take the Jets pretty bad, but I'm going to take it's Zappin', and I think Bill has one last hurrah in him. I honestly think the one way he'll go out in his career is beating the Jets one more time. I hate saying it, Maddie, because I do support you. But I'm taking Bailey Zappi and the boys. I'm rocking with the Pats.
There you go.
Man, you sound so defeated.
I know. Because it's just I'm rooting for Matt. It sucks because I can't stand New England. I can't stand the fans. So I always root for the underdog.
And wasn't that me, the underdog? -2, +2.
Hey, that
not this occasion.
No,
yeah, not this occasion, though.
Oh, never mind.
Chris, the rules are simple. They have to be a +6.
I'm still taking the Patriots no matter what. I'm still rocking with the Pats, unfortunately.
All right. Yeah, fucking jabroni. All right, Deej, wrap it up strong.
Well, if it is the last game of Bill Belichick as a Patriots, it'd be the most Bill Belichick thing is to win this game to knock them out of the top 3 pick just to get them out of there as well. So I'm going to say Bill Belichick finds a way to win just to spite the Patriots on his way out. Just a final happy ending for Robert Kraft.
There you go. All righty. We're going to the Meme Bowl.
I'm taking the Pats, by the way.
I knew you were taking the Pats, motherfucker. Shut up. All right. Rams and 49ers. Why is this the Meme Bowl? Because, ladies and gentlemen, we have the heavyweight bout of derps between Carson Kamikaze Wentz versus Sam Icy Ghost and Kiss Mills Darnold. Let's go. I am so hyped for this fucking game. I am ready for this shit. There's going to be interceptions, fumbles, wrong reads. I am here for the chaos that this game is going to be. It is either going to be 48-45 or 7-3, and I am here for every fucking second of it. Give me the goddamn Rams for my pick here, because of course Wentz is going to make this hilarious. My man is going to come out chucking for 500 yards and 3 interceptions and 1 touchdown, and I'm here for it.
And he's going to truck stick a safety on the way for a rushing touchdown and hurt himself on the way.
Yes, sir! Dislocated shoulder.
Hector, I don't know who that person is in the chat, but it seems pretty legit, you know?
Oh, my God, dude. I just saw that. I can't believe that.
Yeah, you might have to Venmo Chris $10,000.
I'm calling you to pick your fucking game.
I mean, I can't say no to the Roosevelt Spencer's Player of the Year for 2023, so...
Holland? Yeah, who did you take? Sorry, Erling Holland.
I took the Rams.
You took the Rams? Okay.
Carson
I just couldn't
Wentz
believe
and all of his memes.
I just couldn't. Oh, my God. Pennsylvania's playing.
It's a once in a lifetime opportunity.
Yeah, you only live once, so.
Oh. I don't want to be. I'll just quote one of his tweets. No fat bitches.
Is this the backup game? Like, is this all backups? I mean,
no. Well, I mean,
are the Niners playing for anything right now?
No, they've locked up the number 1
I've
seed.
locked up number 1 seeding.
And the Rams have locked up 6, so they're not moving either.
That's why this game is. I put this game in because it is Wentz versus Darnold. So this game is going to be fucking hilarious.
Wentz and Puka Nacua versus Sam Darnold and Jawan Jennings. Essentially, is what we're going to be getting.
You know, honestly, I'm actually a really big Sam Darnold fan, despite how bad he did, despite the whole seeing ghost thing happening. I still rock with Sam Darnold, so I'm actually going with the Niners here. Also, when in doubt, go with Shanahan.
So
I'm actually gonna stick with Jared's pick. I'm gonna take the Rams. I was reading something, or I was talking to some buddies, and apparently, if the Rams win this game and Detroit also wins their game, there's just there's a big possibility that the Rams and the Lions are going to play each other in the first round of the playoffs, which would be
all I need. This is all I need.
Which is all I need, because you're going to get Jared Goff versus the Los Angeles Rams. So for that reason, I'm choosing the Rams to win, just because I just want to see that matchup in the playoffs.
I think that matchup's already locked in, because I think the Rams already clinched the 6th seed and Detroit's already locked in at 3. So I think that's actually already set.
Well, I have had Sam Darnold for 3 or 4 years, so I'm going to take Wentz in this one.
That can't argue with that logic.
So it's a round of no fat bitches. I guess everybody took the Rams.
Jesus.
I took the Niners.
Not my words, Carson Wentz. Okay, maybe not.
Oh Lord! All right, everyone, pick.
Yes.
All right. The NFC South. The Falcons and the Saints. This game is interesting because I believe if the Bucs win, they're the division champs. But if they lose and the Falcons or Saints win, the winner of this game becomes division champs. I feel like this is very similar to the AFC South here.
Except this isn't enjoyable.
Yeah, no, this is going to be literally 8. This is
great value AFC South.
Oh my God, I can't think.
I mean, the AFC South isn't even better. At least it's like winning records.
I can't say it on air, but I keep thinking the Cartman meme from TikTok right now. Oh my God. This is just like it's like watching SpongeBob and Patrick punch the air randomly while they're trying to fight each other. This is the equivalent of the Moron Bowl. The Saints have no identity, and their best player is still injured or still nursing an injury, but is playing. And the Falcons are allergic to using their 5-star recruit first-round draft pick talents. So that being said, I guess I'll take the Falcons. Shit, I'm like road dogging my entire way through the 6-pack right now.
Is Heineke's still playing quarterback for the Falcons, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Man, this is
wow. This is the Moron Bowl. You know what the worst part is? Picking games this week was ridiculous because there's so many teams who have a shot, but all the teams who have a shot either are like 5 or 6 point favorites or are like just not good. Now, listen, fellas, this is one of those few games. If you can find a game you'd rather put in than this, we'll hear your pleas. So if you'd rather a game replace Falcons versus Saints, this was the last game I put in the 6-pack.
Nah, I'm good with the Winnie Hut General game.
Game.
Let's put the other football in there. One game.
Stop it. No, you're done.
Here. Let Hector choose.
No way, no. This is not Hector's podcast, okay? We do not put the footy balls in here.
That comes later.
Are you done? Did you learn your lesson?
Yeah, I'm done.
I don't believe you. Maddie, you're the voice reason here. Do you want to change this game out for another one, or you want to pick Falcon Saints?
I don't. Is Steelers Ravens already in?
Nope.
Ooh, I kind of like that game.
All right, Chrissy, you are the deciding vote here. Would you want Steelers Ravens ahead of the Weenie Hut Junior Bowl?
So the Weenie Hut Junior Bowl, there's something to play for there, right? And the other one isn't. Lamar's not playing.
No Lamar.
They got their spot right. There's no
Steelers are playing for a playoff spot.
Okay.
No, I mean we got to stick with this game.
I'm sticking with the Weenie Hut Junior game.
There is more on the line with the Falcons Saints game, if you break it down.
Let's just pick both and do it really quickly.
Well, I'm going to take the Saints in this one. Saints is at a home game. Derek Carr has been up and down this year. I think he'll be up for this one game for them. I think the Bucs are going to wind up taking the division, but I'm going to take the Saints in this one to beat the Falcons at home.
All right, I'm flipping my pick also because I just realized I'm picking the Saints on the against the road team. Yeah, I Arthur Smith's a moron, and he should get his mustache shaved and shoved down a well, like Silence of the Lambs style. So yeah, give me the Saints here, who I despise, but I think that the Falcons are going to find a way to lose themselves a football game. So give me the.
I'm going to say surprise prediction: Jameis Winston gets on the field, and give me the Saints.
I love it. Just fuck it. Throw J-Mo in there to throw 3 picks and 3 touchdowns and get the win.
It's better than what they're currently doing.
I like it.
Putting up 12 points and barely losing.
Anything better than emo Carr? So,
My Chemical Romance Carr.
My Chemical
Taking Back Sunday Carr.
Listen, listen. On my fantasy team, he was my backup for the first 4 weeks of the season. His nickname in Sleeper was My Chemical Quarterback.
Oh shit! Mine was Derek DUI.
How dare you insult Henry Ruggs like that?
Oh, whoops.
All right, so yeah, no, I will go with the Saints. Chris, who'd you pick in this one?
Taking the Saints are coming. Shout out Green Day, you too. Great live song. Yeah, I'm rolling with the Saints at home.
All right, and DJ, I believe you're the last one to pick.
Yeah, I'll take the Saints because it's against my religion and creed to pick Arthur Smith these days. So we'll go with the Saints.
Fucking ugly, flat-faced, mustache-looking motherfucker.
That's check heck.
Yeah, he's got to be the only guy that facial hair doesn't fix.
Bro, he is a nepotism silver spoon bitch, baby. I'm done with his ass. All right. He cost me like 7 or 8 different parlays this year off of him either not playing Bijan Robinson or not giving the ball to Drake London or whoever. Finally, this game is going to be fucking fun. Dolphins, Bills. I remember, fellas, you know the words. Nobody circles the wagons like the Buffalo Bills.
The Bills are in a weird situation, right? Like, if they have to win this, or else
They
they're not
have to
going
win.
playoffs.
Well, the Dolphins don't have to win to make the playoffs.
Is Tua playing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Everyone's playing.
Tua's
The Dolphins,
playing.
Dolphins haven't clinched the division. They win, they clinch, and they're in. The Bills have to win to make the play. No, they don't have to win to make the play. They if they don't win, they need like a couple teams to lose. So if the Bills win or in, the Dolphins are win or in. So the Dolphins are lose or win it. The Dolphins are very clinched. So that being said, the Bills' desperation will get them the dub here. As I knock over a beer bottle, give me the Bills to win on the road. I had to pick at least one more road team to make this funny, so give me the Bills.
Yeah, I'm going to stick with the Buffalo Bills in this one as well. If they win the division, which is absolutely insane, thinking about the tear the Miami Dolphins went on this year against teams that were under 500. It's just absolutely insane. Every year there's a fraud team, and there you go. They got one win over an above 500 team in over 400 and something days. Anyways, I'm going to take Buffalo here. They win the division, they're in. If they lose, but the Steelers and the Jaguars both win, then they are eliminated from the playoffs. So I believe if they lose, they need to have one of those teams lose for them to secure a wildcard spot. But if they win, they get the division. So I like Buffalo here. I like their defense better. I like the way the offense is functioning under Joe Brady right now. So give me Buffalo over Miami. Jalen Waddle, I also believe, is not looking too positive to play.
It was leaning towards doubtful last time I checked.
Yeah.
DJ.
Tyreek Hill's in a walking boot and his house is on fire. It's December. The Dolphins have one win over teams above 500, and the Bills are now above 500. Jalen Waddle's not playing. Bradley Chubb's knee exploded. Jalen Phillips' knee exploded. Yeah, I feel like it feels like it's got to be the Bills at this point as well, too. The amount of the question is, does Stephon Diggs lose his mind considering he's been targeted less than Quentin Johnson the last eight weeks? So does he absolutely explode? But I'm going to go ahead and take the Bills as well. The Dolphins feel like they're slowly imploding a little bit. So we'll take the Bills, but definitely bet the under in this one. Definitely betting the under.
There you go. All right. Hector, have you picked?
I have not. I am going with the Bills. I think, like you mentioned, it's win or go home. That's the most important part of it all. And I mean, I've been having this feeling about the Dolphins, man. They've been frauds. I just gotta say they're frauds. So Bills, even though we don't know, man, we don't know what we're gonna get from Josh Allen. Is he gonna be the guy that throws stupid picks, or are we going to see a Bills team that's going to get the job done? And I honestly, that's a gamble on its own. But I'm going with the Bills on this one.
All righty. Last but not least, we are rolling in to the national title game
in H-Town.
In H-Town.
I didn't pick yet.
Hopefully, if I have anything to say about it,
I love how Chris is throwing up the H right now.
I didn't pick yet. So
oh shit, you didn't pick? My bad, dog.
I didn't pick. I'm upset. I didn't pick. No, I'm kidding. I'm taking the Dolphins. Everyone's taking the Bills.
That counts as an upset pick, by the way, dog.
Let's go.
He's
roll
upset.
Dolphins.
He's upset.
Roll fish.
Well, that worked out.
Fish roll. I think that's normally what you don't want the fish to do.
I mean, listen, you like the South Park episode and be like, I'm not gonna do the invitation because
I know what it is.
Gotcha,
I know what it is. I won't say it either. I was thinking the exact same thing.
The Whale Warrior episode.
So many South Park references today that I can't say because I'll get canceled.
They're playing friggin'.
I think it's too late for you, man.
Oh yeah, I know. I guarantee we Belliot makes it big. I'm gonna catch a fucking couple strays.
You might be the deciding factor.
No, it's probably Kevin.
Yeah, no.
Listen, as much as I have a big mouth, I know when to stop.
Could have fooled me.
I'm still waiting for that letter, by the way, for Kevin, man. You know, I'm still rooting for those two crazy kids.
Yeah, listen, no. Now the fact that he's moved in with his new girlfriend, the one that actually, hopefully, like this one actually works out. I think that letter's never coming. It might as well come to my house. Kate, if you're hearing this, send it over to me.
Maybe she's Kelly Rowland. Just put it on an Excel spreadsheet.
Oh my god!
Once again, showing my age on that one.
No, you know what the worst part is? I was like, I think it was like in like middle school, and I learned what an Excel spreadsheet was, or no, elementary school, because I watched that music video. All right, last but not least, college football national championship game. Washington, Michigan. Michigan 4.5-point favorites. Michigan looked good against Alabama. They were able to run the football. Blake Corum is everything I thought he was and a bag of chips. My man looked explosive, ran powerful, just couldn't go down. But there's
Jalen Milroe.
Jalen Milroe also running the Brian Johnson 4th and 20 special. Only Eagles fans can make that joke.
Well, anyone who's watched the Eagles knows that one. It's painful for all of us to watch too.
All right, Maddie, we'll start with you. Michigan, Washington. Welcome.
I think this is going to be an amazing game, and I'm very excited to watch this game Monday night. It's going to be with, yeah, of course, after the pregame. This is going to be a very tight, close game. I think this is going to be within a one-possession game. I like Michigan in this one. It's exactly what you were saying before. Blake Corum is just going to be that big difference maker, in my opinion, in this game. Both of these guys are going to be first-round picks in Penix and J.J. McCarthy. But I think Blake Corum is going to be the big difference maker in this one, and I'm going to take Michigan over Washington. I'm going to stick with a favorite.
There you go. All right, Deej.
I'm going to take Washington. It's the swan song of the Pac-12, and what better way to go out than with a national championship and a bang. Washington was in the very first college football playoff, if I'm not mistaken, and I think they'll be in the very last one as well, too. Are really close to it.
No, it wasn't Washington. They were in the 2015.
Yes.
No, Oregon was in the first.
Okay, so Pac-12 was in it, and I think they'll get in the last one, too. And I think Penix is light years better than J.J. McCarthy. I think he's going to find a way to control the game through the air, and I don't like Michigan's offense. Corum's awesome, but as a whole, they are so sputtery, so inconsistent, so limited. Give me Washington, but take the under. I think Washington's going to find a way to control the game through the air. No one's guarding Roman Dunze.
All righty, and Mr. Blackout Chrissy.
I'm gonna take Washington. Big fan of Michael Appendix. I mean, he's been awesome.
Michael Appendix?
Yeah, I know what I said. I said it on purpose for the giggles. Yeah, I mean, he's been on a tear lately, man. I mean, he just lit up Texas.
Oh, shit.
I do think they're gonna pull this out. I do. I don't really have much reasoning because I just got into college football this year, but it's just a gut feeling.
I'm going to go with my knight in shining armor this year, which has been the Washington Huskies and Michael Penix. I have been banging the drum for them since week 4, and the one time I didn't, DJ was here witness for this when I picked Oregon in the Pac-12 championship. You did warn me, and I apologized 1,000 times over in the chat afterward. I should have listened to you. I watched it outside smoking a cigar. I was pissed off as fuck. Yeah, give me the goddamn Huskies to win the chip for the first time since I believe the early 90s to even be represented in the chip. Yeah, give me Washington. Give me Penix. I think he is the best quarterback in college football this year, bar none. This man slinging the rock around the yard, it's been just a joy to watch, and I truly do believe this is how he wins it. I also think Michigan, Alabama's defense was good, but if they're truly the dominant physical offense they should have put up more points. Like, if they truly were as good as we thought they were, they should have stomped. But then again, I get a little fear of, is this Georgia last year where they got rushed by Ohio State, but then they regroup? I don't know. But my heart tells me the better quarterback is going to win, and that better quarterback being Michael Penix. Michael Penix's first pass was a laser beam to a receiver. J.J. McCarthy's first pass was a interception that was called back because he was out of bounds. So that tells me everything I need to know. Give me the Huskies to win it and be the national champions of college football.
Yeah, I'm going Washington as well. Michael Penix has just been probably one of the best stories this year. You know, obviously from his time in Indiana didn't work out, and then last year he looked good, and this year he looks even better. I honestly that Washington defense has their moments, but also has shown a lot of improvement throughout the season. So, and I mean that's one of the reasons why Oregon wasn't able to beat them for the little bit of what we see that defense do. But I think that they can definitely come in and step up big time against this Michigan team. This is really exciting. I'm just glad that we're seeing two different teams in the college football championship game. Like, it's not an Alabama, it's not a Georgia, it's not an Ohio
LSU,
State,
not Ohio State. Like, it's like we're getting.
It's not a Clemson. You know, like, so that overall is great. It's great to see not a color red, not a color red in this college football national championship game. It's going to be really fun to watch. And the best part, it's in my backyard. It's here in H-Town. Can I afford a ticket? Hell no. but I am going to have so much fun.
Can you afford a bar tab? Yes, you can.
But it's gonna be so much fun. I'm sure the National Championship Expo is gonna be so much fun. I'll go ahead and try to explore that while I'm here, since I live here. I don't have a job, so I mean I'll go ahead and check that out. It's gonna be a lot of fun. I'm excited for the city of Houston. This is gonna be an amazing national championship game. And then we'll start complaining about the 12-team playoff when we get there. We get there. But give me Washington.
The one thing we're going to complain about are those SEC teams who thrived on exclusivity. Because next year you're going to get 1 or 2 SEC, ACC teams, 3 or 4 Big 10 teams, 1 or 2 Big 12 teams, 3 or 4 SEC teams, and 1 Power 5 and non-group of 5. Well, one non-Power 5 group of 5 team. And that's how it's going to be made up. And honestly, I'm here for every second of it because next year, the ACC, you can mark this in your fucking calendars, is going to be either like some kind of mixture of Louisville and North Carolina or Louisville and North Carolina State and Miami will be the 3 teams represent the ACC, or 2 teams, one of those 2. And then it's going to be Ohio State, Michigan, Penn State, and then you're going to get maybe Washington,
to the Big Ten.
Maybe Washington and Oregon. One of them sneaks in. SEC is going to be the usual suspects, and the Big 12 is going to get like 1 or 2 teams, and that's your 12. And then you're going to get the one random fucking team. Let's say Liberty, and boom, there's your 12 teams right there. Because I'm going to tell you right now, the ACC, Clemson and Florida State are dead. They're dead. Ding dong, the asshole is dead. Because DJU ain't going to say Florida State. Their biggest problem wasn't quarterback. Their biggest problem was they basically built their entire team of a one and done season. So, I'm excited for next year. But yeah, no, this is going to be a fun game. The last year, the 14 playoff, I think a Pac-12 team is going to ceremoniously win after they're ceremoniously ass kicked in the first year of this. So. Who's up next? Who wants in?
I think everyone's picked.
Everyone's picked. Perfect. It is time for our favorite part of the show. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for upsets and gimmies. My upset, I already previewed it earlier in the show. Give me the Tennessee Titans to knock off Jacksonville Jaguars and give the Houston Texans the AFC South division title. Even though they probably didn't want the AFC South outright anyway. So the AFC South is so fucking bad. Both of them are bad. Southern divisions in NFL. Terrible. Either way.
Watch your mouth. 3 of those teams are 9-7.
You shouldn't bet against the Jags. Shouldn't do it.
No, I win betting against the Jags. I lose betting with the Jags.
I don't know, man.
I'm 4-1 betting against Jacksonville. I'm 0-3 betting with them.
You told us Bryce Young would beat the Jags last week. And
okay,
then
so
score a point.
Yeah, so that was my one loss. Okay, I bet on the fucking Panthers and David Tepper's dumbass. Give me the damn.
Okay, that's your first mistake. That is a federal crime to bet.
Yeah, this is why I needed you to come on last weekend. Okay, like you should have told me this was wrong.
If you need me to tell you not to bet on the Panthers, I got a straight jacket.
You are one of my closest friends. I need you to tell me when I fuck up on a bet like this.
If you needed me to tell you not to pick the Panthers, we have a whole other set of issues, and I got a number I'm going to send you after this that you need to call.
If it's Gamblers Anonymous, our friendship is over.
It's worse.
Get the flag out. Throw the flag.
Red challenge flag. We're going for the red card or whatever.
You get red and yellow. There's a flag.
All right, Maddie, I don't believe you picked an upset in the top in your six pack, did you? So your guy goes
I
upset.
did not. Yeah, I'm going to take the Ravens over the Steelers. They are +4 at home. And they're resting everybody. They got Lamar.
You want me?
Not playing.
Let's go.
Yeah, Lamar is probably not playing. I assume Zay Flowers and Odell and guys like that aren't playing. So I don't know. I think that defense is still going to play them tough. They're still going to be Baltimore at the end of the day. Tyler Huntley obviously has experience starting in the NFL, so give me Tyler Huntley and the Baltimore Ravens to upset the Steelers.
There you go. All righty. Chrissy.
So I have a gimme. So I'm going to take the comeback, your town, your team, Philadelphia Eagles over the New York Giants.
Oh God, I really hope you're right here. Yeah, okay. Listen, they got the game face. They look like they want to win. The Giants, I don't know how much they have to play for besides being a dick and trying to fuck up our playoff chances. Also, Brian Dable's a twat, so I can't deal with this shit anymore.
You know, if you turn his head upside down, he actually looks like a normal human. If you flipped his head upside down, he still looks like a normal human.
Which is hilarious. My favorite part about Brian Dable is how he was flipping his shit about the refs against the Eagles on Christmas Day when that pass interference call. The ball was 6 feet out of the range of Wan'Dale Robinson. Any ref within their brain cells would call that uncatchable. So that being said, unless Wan'Dale Robinson grew 1.5 feet, I don't think he's catching that ball.
That he looks like a Cabbage Patch Kid, Brian Dable.
Yo, facts. Also, he was the most overglorified assistant coach of all time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was 80% Josh Allen's talent. Let's be honest.
Still is.
Listen, he made Ken Dorsey look good for a year. Shout out to the U for our coach, our former quarterbacks not being good coaches. All right. Hector and DJ, obviously you guys aren't participating in the Pick'em Challenge, but if you guys have upsets or gimmies you guys like here, the rules are simple. It's an upset if they are -6 on the road or -3 at home. Gimmies, obviously, is the reverse of that.
You know, he's going to put some soccer in here.
There you go.
Let's go.
All right. This weekend, FA Cup. The FA Cup is going on. My gimme is big money Newcastle United taking on Sunderland. If you guys don't know, Sunderland has a Netflix series. They suck now. And my upset, give me Wrexham, owned by Ryan Reynolds.
Wrexham.
And
Rob McAnally.
There you go.
Taking on Shrewsbury. So those are my two picks for this weekend.
I saw Wrexham play over the summer.
Shrewsbury?
They're pretty cool.
Shrewsbury.
Oh, I thought you said Shrewsbury. I got excited like the Shrewsbury Bulldogs and that Hulu show, Shoresy, if anybody watches hockey over there.
Great show.
I love that show.
I'm getting into it. I was more of a Letterkenny fan, but I'm starting to get into Shoresy now.
You ever seen Goon? That's a funny movie.
I got to see that one. I don't know. I tried watching Letterkenny, and it's just not doing it for me. But I love Shoresy.
You're not a redneck like me. You don't get why this is hilarious.
That is true.
Your sister is hot. I said it. You
know the worst part is I had a friend say that to me once and then run away from me. Not in that fashion, but he did say to me at a bar, Jared, your sister is hot, and I almost fucking slugged him, and then he ran away down to the bar to go talk to a girl. And I didn't swing on him because he was talking to a girl. So I was trying to be a good friend here.
A+ friend.
Yeah, I get that a lot, actually.
A+ friend or not slugging on him?
A+ friend. I have actually started or at least initiated a few bar fights in my life. So
the dartboard behind your head does not make me think that you were a bar fight instigator whatsoever.
This dartboard was free from the president of Yale University. I moved her and her husband, and she goes, "Hey, instead of a tip, would you prefer this $300 dartboard?" Like, yes.
Do you have darts?
I do.
Okay.
I actually am a very adamant dart player. I actually play darts a lot. So this was a great gift.
Lasso.
Yeah. Barbecue sauce. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we can find these amazing gentlemen's podcasts. Hector, where can we find your amazing shit? Go.
I mean, insert name FC, YouTube, anywhere you find podcasting. We're still in our break, but when we come back on the week of the 15th, we're going to be talking about African Cup of Nations. There's actually a big interview that I'm actually in the works of getting going. That's also be coming in. 2024 is going to be a crazy year for Insert Name FC. I'm learning how to edit a lot more. If you guys saw the improvements on our YouTube channel, you'll know it. Also, I'm getting more into the whole TikTok scene. So also check us out on TikTok at insert.name.fc. And there you go. Right there in that little corner right here. That's where you can follow us on Instagram and Twitter.
There you go. All right. And Deej, where can we find you and that handsome devil, Kelsey?
You can find us on everything High Low Sports, all social medias, everywhere you can on there. Go and check out our live stream yesterday where I'm dying of COVID midstream, and you can watch me see my maker for a few moments. So go check us out there on High Low Sports.
Are you still suffering right now, my friend?
Do I sound like it?
Not as much as you did yesterday.
All right, then I'm good.
Yeah, I didn't catch COVID over Christmas, but like Matt and Chris had to do an episode with me where I was just removed from, having issues with like nasal, throat, everything else. I sound like ass. Matt and Chris, I believe this is the first episode where I sound semi-normal.
Yeah, it was like Michael Jordan's flu week because you weren't feeling well.
Dude, and the worst part is I said on our Christmas show, I never get sick. I'm always good. I never get it. Like, day after, like clockwork.
10 beers down? I don't even know. What am I saying?
I actually had 0 beers that night on that Friday, and then I had 0 beers Saturday. And what killed me was I would have gotten healthy a little faster. I had like 5 beers and 2 glasses of whiskey on Christmas Eve, but then spent an hour and a half outside by a bonfire, and the smoke inhalation with the fucking coal was just brutal. So that being said, ladies and gentlemen, this has been the Korner Booth Pregame. We appreciate you stopping by. Shout out to our sponsors, Candidates, promo code BELLYUP 20 for 20% off. SeatGeek, promo code BELLYUP Sports for $20 off your initial purchase. And Mauler Bros, promo code BELLYUP 15 for 15% off your purchase at checkout. We appreciate you stopping by. Shout out to High Low Sports and Insert Name FC for loaning us their stars of the show. We will see you guys on Monday to pregame the national championship game, which me, Matt, and Chris will be live for that. Maybe we'll bring in a guest. We don't know yet. That being said, we appreciate you guys coming through. Have an amazing weekend for all those in the Northeast like me, Chris, and Matt. Try to weather the snow. I'm actually modding my truck out tomorrow to be ready for the snow. Tires, weight in the back of the truck, oil change. I'm doing the whole 9 yards because I bought this truck specifically to beat the weather in New England. So, yeah, it's going to have you a fun time. That being said, folks, enjoy your night. Enjoy the weekend. And we will see you guys on Monday. Go Birds.
Ooh.